Hello, teacher.
Are you ready for the speaking test?
Yes.
Good. At first, we're going to have some questions. What's your name and how old are you?
My name is Kitty and I am 9 years old.
Okay, where do you live?
I live in Hanoi,
Where exactly?
in Vietnam.
Yeah, I know. Where? Where in Hanoi?
I live in my house.
Yeah, where in Anh Khanh, La Phu,
I live in Hanoi.
Hadong. Hadong. Okay. What extreme weather do you know?
I know a blizzard, a sandstorm, a tornado, an ice storm, a tropical storm, a typhoon, a heat wave, a drought, a flood, a hurricane.
Okay, that's enough. What happens if a storm brings too much rain?
If a storm brings too much rain, there will be a flood.
Okay. What happens if a place gets little rain?
If a place gets little rain, it will be a drought.
What types of storms happen when it's very cold?
When it's very cold, there will be a blizzard and an ice storm.
Okay. What types of storms have very high wind speed?
A hurricane have very high wind speed.
What else?
And a tornado too.
And
a tropical storm.
okay. Have you ever experienced extreme weather?
Yes, I have experienced a storm named Yagi.
There was typhoon.
The typhoon named Yagi.
Okay, good. Now you're going to be needing to find the differences between two pictures. Okay, this one is yours. Here's mine. Let's start. In my picture, there are two elephants.
But in my picture, there is one elephant.
Good. In my picture, there are 4 monkeys in the tree.
But in my picture, there are 3 monkeys on the tree.
In my picture, the baby is crying.
But in my picture, the baby is sleeping.
Okay. In my picture, there is the pink bag on the ground.
But in my picture, there is a blue bag on the ground.
Good. In my picture, there are 2 girls eating ice cream.
But in my picture, the girls are eating sandwiches.
Okay. In my picture, there is the dog behind the trash bin.
But in my picture, the dog is in front of the trash bin.
Good. In my picture, there is the woman who's wearing a green t-shirt and taking photos.
But in my picture, there is a man wearing a green t-shirt taking a photo.
Okay, good. Go next. Now we're going to exchange the information. This one's yours. You're going to ask me some questions to get the answers, and then we're going to switch. All right?
Who gave Sarah the book?
Her cousin.
What is the name of the book?
It's called The Star.
What is about?
What is it about?
What is it about?
It's about a singer.
When did Sarah finish it?
She finished it last week.
Was it interesting or boring?
It was interesting. Okay, now I'm going to ask you. Who gave Harry the book?
His friend gave him the book.
What is the name of the book?
The book is named Silver Boots.
What is it about?
It is about a footballer.
Okay. When did he finish it?
He finished it yesterday.
Okay. Is it interesting or boring?
It was boring.
Okay, good. Now, you're going to choose the topic to talk about. 1 or 2, which one do you want?
I want one.
1? Okay. Could you please talk about your favorite musical instrument?
My favorite musical instrument is a piano because I think it is interesting. I can play it and I started to play it since 2018. I often play it in the weekend. How to play it? If you press the keys on the piano, the small hammers inside hit the keys
Hit
and
the strings.
hit the strings and it makes sounds.
That's why.
That's why it is a string instrument and it is also a percussion instrument. I often play it in the weekend. I play it with my family. I can play many songs. Thank you for listening.
You play it at home?
Yeah.
Tell me, please, when did you start playing the piano?
I play it since 2018.
How old are you now?
I am 9 years old.
So you started playing the piano at 3 years old? Yes? Yes? Okay, good. That's all. Thank you.